6 years ago, I set my keys on my desk and I walked out with faith over fear. And that moment forged everything in my life moving forward. What I'm talking about isn't a time when I walked out on my family. It wasn't a time I walked out on God. It was a time when I quit my corporate job and started my own business. And I had to do it with faith, right? My wife and I had about 2 months worth of mortgage payments, maybe 3 months worth of mortgage payments in our savings account. We didn't have much, right? And I walked out with faith. We had one client that paid us $2,000 a year at the time. That's what I had when I quit, right? God blessed us. We made, in that year, so we left in October, and that last quarter of that year that we walked out, we made as much as I made the first year I was at that corporate job, which was crazy. And it was amazing. It was super cool. Then the year after that, we did a little bit better. And the year after that, we did a little bit better. And we've been constantly growing our business through that. Here's the thing is great on paper. If it doesn't feel right in your gut, it's still not right. And that's what I want y'all to realize is that if you've got this gut feeling that something's wrong, you need to listen to that, because that intuition is coming from the divine creator. It's coming from infinite knowledge. It's coming from the one who knows it all, right? And here's the thing is you've got to be on the same page before you go do something like this. So I've seen this happen time and time again. I've heard this happen time and time again as well, because I talk to a ton of people, and I've got a lot of people in my circle who run their own business, who started their own businesses. And you know what they say? My spouse isn't on board. They just don't get it. They don't understand. And while, yeah, Jenna doesn't understand every day everything that I do, she backs me 1,000% no matter what. She's always there. And we made that deal before we did this. I told her, I said, this could go really, really wrong. And she gave me some really great advice. She said, the worst that you can do is fail and have to go back to work somewhere else. That's the worst you can do. The best you can do is you can create a brand new lifestyle for our family. You can do something you love. You can change lives across the world. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You need to make sure that you've got that support system behind you before you step out on your own, right? Because here's the thing. There is going to be challenges, right? There's going to be challenges. There's going to be times where you're not sure how you're going to push through. There's going to be times where you're going to have to sacrifice more than your team sacrifices. There's going to be times where you don't even have a team yet, and you're still sacrificing. There's going to be times when you need that push from somebody on your side. So you want to make sure you've got that support system behind you. Okay. Now that was one of the greatest moments of my life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And, in all honesty, what I want to leave you with today is the fact that 6 years after that happened, on that exact day, October 19th, is when I left the company that I was working for corporate, started my own business. We are launching my very first book, and it's on leadership. It's called Grit, Grease, and Grace. I don't have a copy of it because it's still at the printer right now. It's literally getting printed as we speak. I've got some hard copies coming in, some paperbacks coming in. The first edition, first printing is going to be very, very limited. So what I'm going to say is get yours now. Get signed up to pre-buy it. I'm actually recording the audiobook as we speak. That's going to be my amazing voice on that audiobook. So I want you guys to grab that. Okay. I want you to grab that. You can get it at gritgreasegrace.com. All right. And here's the other thing. I want you to commit to no plan B when you leave, because if you don't burn the boats, you're going to get back on them and you're going to sail away. You've always got a backup plan. You've always got somewhere to go. But if you don't give yourself the out, if you don't allow yourself to fail, you'll never fail. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Hope you have a great day. Catch you guys on the flip side. Later.